Today on the live, we're going to talk about manifestation and the same thing that I talk about, but in a different way. How you need to be the observer, become the observer, be in neutral with your emotions on the live. All right, good morning. I'm Junior from Here for You Life Coaching. And today we're having a little technical issue here, like a small technical issue. So we're going to give our affiliate a little extra time to catch up to us here. Okay, we have a system. We use Streamlabs, and they are pushing us out to a few other networks, as it were, other platforms. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, guys. And so we're going to let them catch up a little bit, but I'm going to explain this to you. So Esther Hicks from Abraham Hicks is very notable, and she talks about manifestation, and she has a different procedure, a different method. Okay, now when you break down all the methods, I want to preface this by one thing. When you break down all the methods, okay, it's subconscious. No matter how you break it down, no matter how you approach it, it's all the same. Now, you remember when I say affirmations, meditation, vocalization, visualization, and I say it's ideal to be in neutral or to become the observer. Now, to become the observer means that you're not focusing energy in any one direction. Okay, so when you're the observer, you're not engaging. Okay, so when you engage, you join. Okay, if you're not engaging, okay, that means you're just observing. You're like a TV camera. You are observing. You're not engaging. Okay, and this is part of her system, and the way that she teaches. It's the same thing. So the emotional state you need when you're about to manifest something, and I'm going to break it down for you in realistic terms. Okay, is ease, flow, openness, calm. Okay, very very minimal expectation kind of thing, because that's energy. When you expect, when you focus, okay? Satisfaction, appreciation, relief, softening, allowing, okay? So you have to allow, and that's becoming the observer, okay? Because if you're not allowing, you're making conscious decisions, and decisions or thoughts are actions, okay? So there's two kinds of actions: physical action and mental action, okay? And we always talk about mental discipline, because that's where it really counts. So part of that discipline is to abstain, or to pull back, to relax, okay, with ease and allow. Okay, and Esther Hicks describes it this way. And part of her method is to focus on whatever it is you want to manifest, okay? Focus on it for 16 seconds and let it go. Okay, what does this do? Well, with the appropriate emotion, it imprints it on your subconscious. She doesn't tell you that part, okay? But it imprints it on your subconscious. Okay, now when it's imprinted into your subconscious, what will happen? Eventually, it will come around, okay? But the reason why, we have different methods, and you hear different people saying different things, they're using different approaches to get to the same thing, but that same thing is always the subconscious. The subconscious and superconscious. Now, yesterday we talked a little bit about the superconscious and how it works, okay? And I know, I was watching my live for a little bit yesterday, and I'm looking all over the place. That's because we have different cameras, okay? So yeah, I have a camera over here. I have a camera over here. I have a camera up there, and I have a screen up there, okay? So anyway, yeah, don't mind me looking around, okay? But anyway, so yesterday we were talking about the superconscious. Now, the superconscious is infinite intelligence. You were born with infinite intelligence. Okay, now depending on your lineage, that's a factor. Okay, genetics is a factor. Okay, let's say you come from a line, I know this guy comes from a line of dentists, and he's a dentist. His father's a dentist, his uncles are dentists. It's all the way up the family tree. So, are you born with that kind of knowledge too? Yes, it's hereditary. Okay, I had a horse for 11 years and I learned something new at the time I had the horse. That horses, when you train a horse really, really well and you train it to like its maximum potential, when that horse has babies, the babies are born smart and they have that knowledge in them. So let's say if your horse was good at roping, okay, so the babies would be good at roping, or let's say more inclined to do that kind of thing. Okay, so it genetics does have something to do with it. So if you're a doctor and your father was a doctor, chances are your children are more inclined to go into medicine. So relaxing, okay, while you're manifesting, while you're making your intention, why is this why is this important? What is relaxed allowing anyway? It's the state where your nervous system is soothed. Okay, why soothed? Well, because you don't want to have all kinds of nervous energy. Okay, you don't want to. Was that a comment? Let's see. Sorry. Oh, okay, okay. Thank you. And so you don't want to have your nervous system react. You don't want to be reactive when you manifest. You want to be in a pleasant state. You want to be happy. You want to be content. Okay? At least those things, at least content and satisfied. Okay? Because your vibration rises naturally. Your vibration, so who you are inside, I'm talking about, your vibration naturally comes to the surface. Okay? Now, it's very important to also note that if you're suffering from anxiety, fear, guilt, shame, negative emotions, that self is buried underneath all of those things, all of those emotions. Okay? Good morning, Kurt. Day 1 of affirmations. Congratulations. Haven't been happy in a long time. Hope this helps. Yes, it will. Keep writing. I am so happy and grateful now that, and then whatever you're trying to attain. So, your resistance in that case starts to dissolve. Okay? Because your resistance is the anxiety, your resistance is the worry. That's all resistance. It's resistance to this. This is your spirit. You're not your body, you're not your name. You're that spirit that lives in here. You're the energy that lives in here. Okay? So that's what you're trying to diminish. Okay, so in other words, you're trying to push it down so your blessings can come. Whatever it is that your blessings are, okay, it's going to happen, okay, if you get rid of the negative stuff. It's not about putting things in you. It's not about, oh, I have to acquire this, or it's not like going to college and getting a degree and then, oh, I can go and make money now. It's not that. Instead of adding to you, it's taking away from you. It's taking away the negative stuff. Okay? Because remember, yesterday I said awareness.